Hello and welcome to Mr. Barton's Web Whiz video number 34, where once again I take you on a very quick tour through some of my favourite mathematical websites. Now this week's website first came to prominence about 3 years ago. It's not strictly to do with mathematics, and it's not even strictly to do with education as a whole, and over the last couple of months I felt the urge to revisit it. What is it, I hear you ask? Well, enough of a teaser, let's find out. This week's Web Whiz video is all about the website Wordle. Now, as I say, in about 2009 everyone was chatting Wordle, and if you'd been to any kind of whole staff meeting or had any outside speaker in or been on a training course, the chances are they'd have chucked a Wordle into the mix because everyone was using them. Just in case you're not aware of how it works, it's a brilliant idea, it's an absolutely fantastic website. All you do is you paste in a load of text, or as it says, you can enter the URL of any blog or website, and it creates these dynamic, bright, colourful images focusing on the key words of it. So let's have a look what I mean. I downloaded the absolutely riveting Mathematics Made to Measure, the recent Ofsted report, and if I select all the text, so right click and give it a bit of a copy. Now this is a 103-page report containing 36,000 words, but if I just take everything and I right click and I paste it in there, it's very quick how it works. That's all in there, and I click go, then what Wordle does is it will create me a very nice bright summary of that, looking at all the keywords. So we can see it's very pupil focused, GCSE is important, obviously mathematics nicely is in the mix, problems, learning, teachers, and so on. So you can imagine from a teacher perspective and a kind of professional development perspective, this is quite useful for quickly condensing reports and discussing things. However, that's not much use in the classroom itself. So I started thinking recently how I could make this useful to my mathematical learners. And I've come up with a few ideas, and I'm hoping that through this WebWhiz video you may have some of your own and be prepared to share them. So the first thing that's reasonably obvious is that you could get students to come up with lists perhaps of important topics that they find the most difficult, or the most important words that they think that there are in mathematics, and collect them all together. So you could imagine doing a list and getting every student to write down their top 5 most difficult topics, perhaps chapter titles from a GCSE textbook or something like that, and no doubt there'd be a load of algebra in there, and perhaps percent and fractions, and it would help if I, oh no, that's fine, I thought I'd misspelt that, and decimals and so on, and blah 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 blah. You get a load of them, click go, and that will very quickly create your class Wordle that students need extra help with, and you can discuss which of those are the most important and how you could provide extra help with them, and so on. And it's just a nice way of quickly presenting a whole class data set in a sense. So that's one way. So we could use it for students to help them look at revision and focus on the key topics that we may need to. Similarly, I've seen it used with examiners' reports. When an examiner's report comes back from a GCSE exam, again, do exactly what I did with the previous example, paste all the report in there and then look at all the keywords that it reveals. So that's quite useful. However, I wanted to get a little bit more creative, so I think this is quite a nice idea to use it as a starter to a topic. So what I've done here is I've got the Key Stage 3 framework, and I've got it from Enrich, and I've just copied all of the probability work. So imagine that you're about to start a unit on probability. Then a nice starter might be to copy all the framework's description of probability and paste it all into Wordle, click go, and let's have a look what it comes up with. And what you end up with is all the key probability words. Now you might want to pop that up there at the start and say, what topic do you reckon we're studying? And then you could go into it a bit more and point to a few of these keywords and say, why is that important? What does that mean? Or better still, get the students to write down what they think are going to be the most important probability words, and then show them this, and then we can discuss it. And can they find their words in there? Why are some words bigger than the other? And so on. So lots of potential there in the maths classroom. There's loads of stuff on Wordle out there. I just googled here using Wordles in maths, and I put NCETM at the front because I knew that there was a forum post on this a couple of years ago. And here you've got it. If it's just, sorry, it's just that that top one there. If you just give it a click, you come to here, and quite a few people have created mathematics specific ones. This is a particularly nice one, this top one here. It's the GCSE Foundation specification, all the keywords that come up there. So that could be a really nice kind of classroom display, or again a starter activity saying to the students, right, why is understand a keyword? Why is area up there? What kind of topics do we need to be thinking about? What do we need to know there? So really good for stimulating discussion. I also Googled using Wordle in the classroom. And this is absolutely fantastic, this Google Documents here. It gives you, it's basically a slideshow looking at interesting ways of using it. Now there's some quite good stuff here, a comparison between Romeo and Juliet and West Side Story. Because it's literacy based, this Wordle, you can see that it lends itself a little bit more to the kind of history and English and essay based topics, but it's still got lots of potential for maths. And there's here, as I say, there are 40 odd really interesting ideas of how you can use Wordle in the maths classroom, and that's certainly worth downloading and having a click through there. So there's Wordle. Hopefully you can get a bit of use out of it, and as I say, please, if you've got any ideas, please use the TES WebWhiz page to share your thoughts and ideas, and we can all get using Wordle in more effective ways. And I'll be back with a fresh WebWhiz video next week. Bye for now.